Okay, my name's John Wright, and here I'm back again. And I'm going to start talking about here I'm standing right here before you, and I'm pointing at a photo, a picture of my brother that's been plastered all over the United States of America, Jerry Wright. This is, and there, as you see on my chest, there's a picture of me that's on the picture right there on my chest, and this here has been distributed across the United States of America. I have never received no royalties for such a thing. And why would somebody be allowed to put someone's face on something, and then when somebody finally comes forward and says, hey, this picture's my picture, this is about my dad, this is about my family, what the hell's been going on here? I've been ripped off for a bowling alley at 1501 Main Street. 1501 Gold. Centralia, Washington. It's right between the Centralia. It's right between Centralia and Chehalis on the Miracle Mile. And the Twin Star Credit Union is right there next to that bank. Or the Twin Star Credit Union's right there next to the bowling alley. And that bowling alley is like a bank. It has $50,000 a month income coming in that bowling alley, is what that does. That's an 18-lane bowling alley that has $50,000 a month income coming in on bowling 8 months out of the year, 9 months out of the year. We've got 4 to 3 months slowdown time. But this is the problem. They want to steal somebody else's wealth. And the Lewis County law enforcement is involved in it because the Fairways Bowling Center is now painted sheriff's green. And they put a church right in front of it. They're hiding behind a church and school and children and stuff, like pathetic people that they are. And they're a group of Republican renegades. It's down there in Lewis County. And in Lewis County, Morton, Washington, there's a Roger Morning star in Morton, Washington, that was the chief that decided to give me a phone call after I contacted the hospital where one of the Farharts actually works, and I knew that Ely Farhart worked there. Their physical therapy thing, they want to have hands-on to people. And George Farhart, you see, he actually threatened me through my dad jumping up and down in front of me saying my dad is now their slave. They enslaved my dad to be down there at that cemetery running that bowling alley. That hijacked money is right there. From the river to the sea goes to the credit union. See, I collected all this information here. There's my dad's wanted pictures, him and his brother. My dad was wearing my sunglasses, rocking back and forth by his brother. His brother got in the car and just got the hell out of there. Why? Because maybe it's his kin and his family's involved in it too. I remember the brothers and sisters coming there and telling each other what each other has. Like one person did one job bigger than the other person. I do know what happened there. Now here's my mother right here, and she's sitting here with this girl's child, pretending that it's hers, hiding behind her because, well, if you go and look at my mother's dignity thing, like after her death, where her funeral is and her picture and stuff that I've showed below, there's only women there that signed something in their middle initials L, and they put it there for everyone to see, a little L, because there's a conspiracy between these two women, is what there is. And here's my sister Bonnie, and she's a victim, and me and her's both been played. She knew that they had information over me, but to this day, she'll act like no, but yes. None of these people really want to face me anymore. Any of my brothers and sisters, they don't want to face this guy right here that's willing to face them. I want them to tell the goddamn truth. And my brother Jerry, he's a little Boy Scout. Down here there's a Boy Scout. 419, you know, that's almost 420 in Washington State. Washington State's the only state in the United States that allows handicapped, strange weirdos like Jerry Wright in it. I mean, to be honest with you, they're hiding behind retards like Vince McMahon, you know, and wrestling. You know, wrestling is entertainment, it's not real. Donald Trump goes to wrestling and he wants to treat everybody like they're little, you know, here, you know, people go to wrestling for entertainment, and you know, some people actually believe that it's real. Well, Donald Trump wants to believe that these people, Donald Trump would let you believe that wrestling is real. Wrestling's not real, it's real entertainment. But it really does get out of hand from time to time. Could you imagine? Now, Donald Trump gets out of time from time to time too. But what does it? It's because the renegade Republican Party, and by the way, my brother Jerry here stole the gold mine from me and took it to Freeport Gold. And I got chased out of Elko, Nevada by gunpoint by some people that was close to the situation. I didn't understand what was going on. Why? Post-traumatic stress disorder, because this is what this guy's been doing. And while I was in Nevada, this guy murdered the Merwins. He went to Washington State and he returned, and it's all documented in the stories and in the tube sock killers over there, the mineral tube sock killers. So all the information is there. They're treating us like handicapped people. We're not capable of understanding what they're doing. It's like Donald Trump now saying that the black people are relating to him because they reflect to him being black too and be discriminated against. I've been discriminated against because my dad was D.B. Cooper, and I've been ripped off for $1.5 million bowling alley in Fairlanes Bowling Center in Centralia, Washington. And this here started a long time ago, and all the evidence will tell the truth. Will tell the truth. Now, let's go ahead and, well, here's John. He's back there, and he's got all of this stuff around. He's looking at all the evidence, and he's looking at all the evidence here, and he's telling his stories. And he's telling his stories, and he's going through stuff. There's his grandfather, his dad behind him, his brother Jerry. You know, he's going through this, finding out what's going on. There's his girlfriend right there that had her hands cut off. Right there, hands and feet cut off. Next to Bob and Carol Whitlow's house. And Bob and Carol Whitlow used to live on Division Street, right there where Jim Kaiser lives now. Jim Kaiser worked at the Morton Auto Parts store just downstairs from where this girl lived, and now he lives right there at that place where Terry Shortridge was murdered. I bet you Jim Kaiser may have had something to do with all this murder of this girl right here. I'll bet you Jim Kaiser will just choke up, nut up, or whatever. Now, well, we're just going through the scenes, and you can watch all these movies because they're all on this, you know, on this thing. I'm explaining everything to you as we're going along, but I did not know that it had nothing to do with JFK. That's why everybody's nutting up, because this has everything to do with John F. Kennedy's assassination. Now look at the bowling alley here, my 37-foot motorhome, okay? And you see this lion? They shot a hole right there in my lion's chest from across the street from that fire department. Isn't that something? Would it have mattered if it was a 30-06, a 30-30, or a AK-47 or AR-15? It's a BB gun. Who would have the audacity in the last few weeks to shoot that right here? And by the way, now I've opened up all my window stuff so I could see anybody walking across the place. Now I got my lights on, my party lights every night of the week, and now the cops can goddamn fucking see it. They see it's Morton, Washington. There's a fucking bowling alley right there. You see those lanes? I'm not kidding. I'm telling the truth, and I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to upload it. You see my little thing right there? It says I need for speed. I put that on there before I sent those documents to the government, to the Department of L&I, to the governor of Washington State, and I sent a copy to Donald Trump. First the governor of Washington State, then the Department of L&I, and then Donald Trump. 1 week apart, 1 week apart, 1 week apart. Donald Trump was returned within 2 weeks. There was Hezbollah was blowing up the Middle East and the Gaza Strip, and this goes right back to Morton, Washington, that museum that's right across the street from 101 Main Street, where the Twin Star Credit Union is in Morton, Washington, and it was the Twin County Credit Union, and the first Twin County Credit Union is right there, attached to the Centralia Police Department's parking lot for their impound yard, right there, downtown Centralia on Pearl Street. Like the pearl on the black tie, tie it together. My dad gave me all the tips and tricks, and I am here to tell you the truth, because I'm John Wright, they're not, and they've tried to, what? Suppress me. Silence is golden. My brother Jerry was threatening people in the Morton School. My friend that lived right across the street from me, Kevin Lundy, ended up dead in Port Angeles, Washington, up there by Forks. And there was a rabbit hanging in my sister's garage from a coat hanger tied around its neck. My brother likes to use the phrase, I'll rip his head off and shit down his windpipe. Does anything like this come to, resonate to people, that my brother Jerry's threatening people? An underlining effect? I watched him. They bought a 30-30 to murder Terry Lance Shortridge on my bed. Lance is the code name for John F. Kennedy. Let's come back and talk to this more. I'll see you soon. I'm going to upload this next, 13 minutes flat.